So yesterday towards the end of the show, and then on the Views from Mint Street podcast, available where major podcasts are found, you can subscribe to the Views from Mint Street podcast on Stitcher, on Spotify, on Apple iTunes, on Google Play, or free on the Odyssey app. And we certainly want you to, if you're a Carolina Panther fan, it is your home.
By the way, the latest up right now.
Yeah,
so
dropped this morning. So grab that episode. Recorded it. It's a hot, fresh take, baby. I made a prediction. Now, even if you hear this segment, you still got to listen to the pod because it's 45 minutes of Panthers talk, and it's good. But I'm not going to shortchange you guys on the show, so I'm going to give you the same prediction that I made. Here's the prediction that I made. And there's a lot of people who had a visceral reaction to my take. Lonzo included.
I was going to say a lot of people.
Lonzo first.
I am. I don't know. I don't know.
You still
how,
haven't accepted it, have you?
No. I don't know how to describe it. If it's going to happen and it has to happen, I guess I'm okay with that destination.
That's fair. My prediction, ladies and gentlemen, is partially a guarantee and partially my speculation.
I don't know. You kind of guaranteed it on the podcast.
Here's what I guaranteed. What I guaranteed yesterday towards the end of the show, and what I guaranteed on the podcast yesterday is that by the end of October, Christian McAffrey will no longer be a Carolina Panther. Okay? By the end of this month, so within the next 11 days, Christian McAffrey will no longer be a Carolina Panther. And that stems from the fact that this year's a bust, all right? This year is now a rebuilding year. I also believe that regardless of who the head coach is next year is going to be a rebuilding year for the Panthers as well. And because of that, Christian McCaffrey is more valuable as draft picks than he is as a running back, right? Now, I will go so far as to say that I am very, very happy for Christian McCaffrey and that my dude has made it 6 games without an injury so far. That's fabulous. I'm really, really glad for that. He has gone 6 games without getting banged up. But if I asked you to bet me a paycheck that McCaffrey would go another 6 without getting hurt, would you take that bet? I bet most of you would not.
So what you're saying is that Christian McCaffrey is injury prone. You can't say what you're saying without saying that.
Yes, I'm not saying that. I have said that many times. Up until the last 6 games, McCaffrey played 1 out of every 3 games, all due to injury. That is injury prone. Now, it's been great this year that he's made it 6 without getting banged up. And I think part of the reason is he's getting that 22 touches a game that I said was the number at the beginning of the year. 22 to 25 maximum touches a game. I'm talking on the ground and through the air combined, and he might make it. And so far, 25, that's been the number.
You're creeping towards my 30. I'm just saying.
I've said 22 to 25, tops 25.
30.
And 25 would be if the game's competitive, right? If you're getting blown out by 21, there's no need to risk that injury to him. But he's gone 6. He dealt with a little soreness early in the year, but he has not missed a game yet. And that's fantastic. But Christian McCaffrey is more valuable as a few early draft picks than he is as a running back on this iteration of the team. Why? As Lonzo pointed out on the pod yesterday, Christian McCaffrey is getting you a first-round draft pick, but the teams that want him are the competitors, right? LA, Buffalo, Kansas City, San Francisco, Green Bay. Those are the teams that I think would be interested. All competitors, which means CMC is going to be turned into a probably late first-round draft pick. I also think you're getting more than a first rounder for him. I think you're getting a first and a second. You're getting a first, a third, and a fourth. You're getting some value aside from just the first round pick for McCaffrey, right? So you are going to have, if you were the Carolina Panthers, likely somewhere within the first 3 picks. Right now, we have the number 1 overall draft pick. Do I think the Panthers are going to continue to tank? Not intentionally, but yes, right? Like, I don't see anything with Ben McAdoo remaining in charge of the play calling that tells me that Carolina's going to have a late season run. We might win a game at the end of the year because we come up against a contender or another team that's done and they run out the reserves. But we're going to have a top 3 draft pick. And that's where your quarterback's coming from. I have heard nothing out of our friends up in the Charlotte media that say that Matt Corral looks like he's ready to be a franchise quarterback. Matt Corral was a mid-round project last year, right? But Matt Corral looks like he's going to fall into that group of backup legendary quarterbacks, right? Backup travel quarterbacks, guys who play a number of spots around the league. I have not heard a single report that says Matt Corral was really impressing people and the Panthers believe he's a future franchise quarterback, which means that we've got to use our first pick in next year's draft to try to find that guy. CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Hendon Hooker, Will Levis, whoever it's going to be. You've got to find the next guy. But if you turn CMC into a first and a second, if you turn CMC into a first and a third and a fourth, not only does it make it less obscure as to what you're going to do with the first 3 picks, but it allows you the opportunity to try to find that playmaker elsewhere as well, right? It allows you to go find the Devontae to pair up with your Jalen. It allows you to go find the guy that you're going to pair up with that new quarterback and create a young foundational player, tandem, duo, that is going to elevate past, hey, those are a couple of really good rookies, into, damn, that's a really good foundation. The rest of the foundation for the one benefit the Panthers have is the rest of the foundation of this team is already there. Burns, Gross-Matos, Brown, Ikwanwu. You've already got the foundation of young players. You don't have to build the foundation. The foundation's already laid. And all those guys have not given up. They're playing well. You have also shed the dead weight of guys like Robbie Anderson, and there will be more moves. McCaffrey's value is in the draft picks you can get from him from a competitor who are desperate to add that final piece. And he would be that guy. Plus you unload the cap space, quarterback, wide receiver, running back with 3 picks you get back, including your first overall. That's the value. By the end of this month, Christian McCaffrey will not be a Carolina Panther anymore. And I think Lonzo's Chiefs might be the team that make the move. That's why they're doing all the contract restructuring.